What's up, everybody? Start here. 1, 2. What's up, everybody? We are back for more Conan action. This is going to be part 7. We just, in the last episode, defeated the evil queen Chimera, the serpenty, slithery lady, with our superior sword skills. So, we are moving on to the island. The island? I'm not actually sure where we're going, but I know it's Argos. We hopped on Akana's boat, and we are now in a place called Argos. Super cool place, some interesting enemies, and there's a ton of fun to be had if you are parry happy. So yeah, this place is fairly cool. I enjoy the level a lot. This is a great area to if you, there's a couple of achievements. One of them is dismemberments, one of them is parries. So this is actually a great area because all of the enemies respond in such formulaic ways. This is a really easy area to clean up on a bunch of achievements, specifically with really low, these really sort of easy peons. Cool. So the first thing that we're going to do is ignore all of these wyverns. They give so few red runes, and they are so annoying to kill that we're just going to avoid them completely. We're going to wait for a rock to fall down here. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Also, since we ran into Chimera, we have unlocked a new armor ability. It's called Storm of Crows, yeah. It is a awesome ability that I really enjoy, though it's not as useful as a majority of Conan's other abilities, specifically Stone Prison. There's no real good reason to use this unless you just want to look like you are consumed by a flock of rabid crows. If you want to give people the avian flu. These dudes, so this is the first, not the first introduction, but these guys shoot the explosive arrows that we saw in the Bone Cleaver fight. These guys, all they do is that two strike. They do that, and then they do one block breaking attack, and they are super easy to defeat. Their patterns are really obvious. So the arrows, if they stick you, they will explode inside of you, doing an insane amount of damage. So you want to avoid that if at all possible. So let's see if we have anything interesting to purchase for our two-handed weapons. We have basically everything at this point. We might as well get this. Giant's Crush is just so useless, guys. It's so useless. Let's look into this. Let's look into this tree. We'll just spend some money in the one-handed tree because it is. I think it's very fun.
Bring out reinforcements.
Ooh, the saw blade. Oh, we didn't even hit our intended target. So there's just a lot of. Oh, you know what? This is a perfect time to show the flock of the crow storm. It eviscerates enemies in your in the surrounding area. It's great. So another thing you can do here, sort of our standard attack once, and you'll sort of trick the opponent or your opponent into attacking. Let's see, what are we gonna do next? So guys will cut. There they are. So guys will come out of the those two little barracks on the side of the map, the side of this level. And what you're supposed to be doing in this part is using this catapult to I knocked it really far away, to knock down these statues and stuff. We can totally do that. We're just going to take out a bunch of dudes over here, or 3 dudes. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can knock this guy into the water. Nope. Actually, I think we might be able to do it using Mitra's. Ooh. Okay. So I think a bunch of guys are going to come out of the barracks right now. Maybe? We'll see if we get hit. Gotta do some cranking. So you can shoot this statue, you can shoot this statue, and you can shoot one more, which will give us access to another armor power rune triumvirate. It's a kind of a mouthful for a for like this power up. So we need to take 4 shots. Our last shot, excuse me, our last 2 shots. These 2 guys right here, fire. Thank you. Our last 2 shots are actually going to help us. Let's see if we can avoid getting bopped. Nope. That's okay. We got him. We got him. And this last one will free up the rune triumvirate that we need. Cool. So there are archers over on the other side of the place. We don't actually care about them. So we don't care about them on the 2nd level. These guys are... We grind these guys up. They are cowards and super afraid of everything that we have to offer. Makes a lot of sense. We are really dangerous. Let's do our Stygian swing, or excuse me, Stygian skewer fling. Finish him off, get a little health back. So over here is just one health pot. And then you needed to head up here actually to, really all you need to do is pull this lever, and you'll be good. So those are the shields that I was talking about. They are stupid difficult to get around. See how so we got bopped by it. So that's why these guys are actually, like, by far and away the most difficult enemies that you will fight as a two-handed guy, as a two-handed barbarian doing your two-handed thing. There's actually 2 guys up here, 2 of these guys protecting a little area. So what we want to do is we want to group them together. And do that. These guys are just, excuse me, they're too frustrating to deal with otherwise. So yeah, we have a treasure chest up here. We have a little bit of, whatchamacallit, we have a little bit of health, and we didn't need to get that. I hadn't intended on that. But now we have to, this is probably the hardest rune triumvirate to get. We need to run all the way to the end of the dock, and then we need to run all the way over. A little trick is like mashing R1, which will get you that sooner. It'll kind of vortex Conan in to the area. Well, that is definitely, I think that's actually going to screw up our chances of getting this. Oh, maybe. Oh, we got it. Nice. I believe, I can't remember if I missed one or not. Yeah, I can't actually remember where the other one is. But cool. So, wait. Did we pull that? Oh, no, we got bopped by that guy, so we didn't actually get a chance to pull the lever. So let's pull the lever, and we will go to the next part of this level. We get a fun little, it's an interesting, the city defenses are definitely a little bit strange. But hey, who are we to judge? We have ladies to save. Cool, so 763. Can't really afford anything cool. Here we have these rolling explosives. Now, a lot of times, these guys are so annoying that you can just, if you don't want to turn them to stone, if you want to conserve your armor power, you can actually just lead them to their deaths. Cool. So that guy will die. We will get his stuff. We can actually sort of bait these guys as well, so that guy's gonna die. Oh! These hurt, like, an insane amount, actually. They sincerely hurt. Okay, so now we're up here. There is a captain enemy that we want to get rid of, like, immediately.
I've faced worse than this.
And then we can deal with everybody else. However we want. So, that's right. So one of the important things about doing any of these things with Conan, specifically when dealing with these guys, is to use the captain's rush to stun here. Shoot, I meant to do, and then just do that string again. Let's see if we can get this guy to smash into our... Nope. You did. I believe I still have to push this other one over a couple of times. Or just one more time, maybe. Cool. Let's do this one more time. Oh, that's right. They got some reinforcements. And because we have so much meter, and we don't really use it all that often. So look at all that invincibility we had there. That's ridiculous. There's nothing else up here, actually. There's no other fun stuff. So, like I said, Crowstorm, really, really powerful ability. Tons of invincibility. I think that you have, until the crows stop coming out of you, sort of stop being summoned to actually do your damage. Cool. Oh man, that didn't even get him? Dude, these guys have a ton of health. There we go. So it takes forever to stomp these guys to death, but let's have some fun. Do a little Irish jig on top of him. Excuse me. Sorry if that's loud. I don't know what's going on. I got a little tickle.
You fall today. Foes ready.
Cool. Again, Mitra's hand will get you a whole bunch of runes. Will get you about a third of the way to a full power rune. Cool. So we just have a couple of enemies after this. We have this sort of courtyard area. I do not know why these wyverns are here. Like, what is the point of them? Why are they here? Like, I think the other thing that's kind of weird is the fact that there's no actual enemies that are monsters besides like the bosses and the wyverns. It just feels so strange. I don't know. It might just be me. Not actually sure what. Oh, that's right. So they have like their little three attack thing. But they also have their breath, they're like ice breath or something. That was beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Oh no! So I was going to show you guys how you can get the whatchamacallit, the red rune power up after that. So I believe what you want to do here is you want to break these chains and cause the chandelier that's in the middle of the floor to crash. Now, just to show you, this one is a fake. Oh my gosh! So I guess it's random. So it turns out that there's one on this side of the room, and there's one on the other side of the room, and it looks like it's. So I thought it was always the left one, but I don't think that's true anymore. Okay, let's see if we can group all these guys together, because again, we don't want to fight all these guys, and we want to stone prison as many of them as we can. There we go. So we'll take that. Oh, whoops. We wanted stone prison because it uses less, dang, these guys they survived that crowstorm for a long time. Cool, so we definitely want stone prison. And I believe that these chairs all give, yeah, they all give armor runes. So, for whatever reason, these tiny chairs give armor runes. I don't think that these guys give anything. Oh, they do as well. Cool. So, if you find yourself low on armor rune power, there you go. That's weird. It's back. Cool. So we can totally avoid this other side if we want, because that path is opened up below us. But because we are the exploring type and we want as many red runes as possible, let's not do that. Again, we can destroy all this stuff, get ourselves some new runes, some magic rune power things. Great. And then we're gonna use it on a big old captain in here and save a lady, as Conan is wont to do.
You are far from home, barbarian. Today you'll
So
die
again, like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there are plenty of ways to refuel your runes throughout this game. There's plenty of health power-ups, plenty of ways to stay healthy. I don't think that I have actually died during combat in this game. I think it's only been on a couple of bosses. These can be destroyed for health. Awesome. And I don't believe these are. I believe these are just filled with water. Cool. So, to be honest, the easiest way to defeat these guys, to defeat the spike shield guys, is to use something other than the two-handed weapons. They're not super useful, but you can do this, kill them like, excuse me, oh, you can't even dodge it. Well, I didn't actually know that. So knocking them off their feet is great because it follows up for this. It allows you to follow up there. So yeah, the two easiest ways to destroy these guys: stone prison, always a great option. Knock them off their feet with uppercut very quickly, and then just one hit KO them while they're on the ground. Or you can do sort of that convoluted combo that I showed you guys earlier. So it's this into this. Oh, actually, it was supposed to just be. It wasn't even supposed to be that. It was supposed to be something else. Cool. So just throw these guys around. We destroyed the millstone. Lame. And we'll just throw this crap at this guy, because why not? Oh, we can block it. Lame.
Die, you cur.
Cool. So we are on to. So we're outside here. We do not care about these wyverns. Again, they are unimportant to what is happening to us here. I believe they can follow us all the way up here, which is kind of funny. But again, doesn't really matter. We have a captain that comes out here. We are just going to do our best to freeze this guy. Make sure that he can't play this game with us. We're also going to do it to these guys.
Begone, you spawn of hell.
So the other thing that you can do here is after they pop their shield, they will typically do some kind of attack. So like you'll do this. Actually, you know what? That's not the best way. Let's see if we can. Oh, I meant to throw them off. These still give health. So right after they use their shield, they will typically do that 2-hit attack you saw the non-shielded weak enemies doing. That's typically when you parry and do a ton of damage. These guys are some of the few characters that actually don't die in one hit to a parry. Some boobies.
Gone.
But who cares? And that's it. You know what? We're going to go one more. Because this is our match, our meetup with the giant octopus squid thing. I actually don't know enough about cephalopods to tell the difference between an octopus and a squid. You know what? I'm going to say it's a squid. I'm going to say it's a giant squid. This is an unskippable cutscene, and some terrible animation. Just terrible. There's some weird sound design things too, where like, oh, we did skip a little bit actually. So we have to knock off a bunch of this creature's limbs. So what that looks like is when you use a two-handed weapon, it's very quick. It's typically just 2 strikes, which is great. And then you just wait for them to slam down. If you're here, you stay safe. But we still need them to come out. Now, this is a weird visual bug where these nubs come down and smash the ground. I don't know why they do that. Okay, let's see if we can tease some more. Great. We just that guy's dead. Cool. We are almost done with this phase. I believe that there are 4 phases. Let's see if we can... Okay, cool. So we got the invisible. And then if you stand here, he tries to pull the mast in to capsize the ship. This is we're on to the second phase where it grabs the crewmen, the endless supply of crewmen that we have, and turns them into its like fodder. It's little guys. Oh, we missed that. They're super easy to kill. There's also an achievement here for defeating 25 enemies in this fight. Not super difficult. You basically just have to play this stage until you kill 25 enemies. Really easy. They don't provide, like, they don't cause many issues. They can be a little frustrating if they get in your way as you're trying to smack these things. But again, not really that big a deal. Okay, so I think this is the last one. Yeah, cool. So we're going to stay right here again. Oh, so that's what we want to avoid. We want to stay right here, really close to this center mast. So now we're going to get both. We're going to get smashing, and we're going to get. That's another thing. A lot of times, Conan will prioritize the baddies, the inky baddies, as opposed to the important things, the giant flipping tentacles. See, he wanted to tag it there, but I forced the joystick in a certain direction. So let's do this, and we'll save this guy. Get this out of there. This is actually going pretty quick. Great. Get out of there. So actually, there's a really annoying part right here, where as we kind of let's see if we can get the invisible one. Awesome. So as it grabs the mast to pull it in, you can't actually do any actions right there. So it begins pulling, it loses a bunch of the meter there, and if you're far enough away, you can actually capsize because the meter, it pulls you in so quickly when you don't even have control of Conan, which is really annoying. So this part is really easy. You just stay behind the center mast. I guess I got hit. And then you No, so that's really annoying too. So this guy will attack if you do not. Ooh, let's see if we can get behind here. Nope. So Conan will prioritize the muddy dudes. Ugh, so annoying. So again, just like previously, you want to use King's Execution a butt ton. You also want to see if you can get 2 goes of it. We can actually... Cool. So again, super fast boss fight. If you can stay away from those ink men, you can typically get 2 King's Executions off. Oh, you can't skip this one. That's right. You can typically get 2 King's Executions off, and then a little extra damage before it begins sort of chomping on you. So this was a giant squid. And Conan's not playing around, he's bopping the eyeball out, and he's... What does he have? He's happy, he's excited about everything. It turns out you get your last bit of armor. I believe you get your helmet from that dude, from the giant octopus. Okay, so that's it. That is part 7 of our Conan playthrough. We just finished up... You know what? We weren't on Argos. We were on another island. We're going to Argos, I believe, now. Took out the octopus, the giant squid. Yeah, that's it for part 7. Stick around for part 8, gang. Later.